Hi there, welcome back to Scrummy. I know you're big fans of my no-bake cheesecakes and that you love Oreo cookies, so today we're going to bring those two lovely things together to make a no-bake Oreo cheesecake. You'll find the recipe in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe to follow my simple and delicious video tutorials. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start by making the Oreo cookie base. I'm going to blitz the cookies in a food processor. If you don't have one, just pop the cookies into a bag and break them up with a rolling pin. They don't need to be as fine as these, just as long as there's no big lumps. I don't scrape out the Oreo filling, just throw them in whole. The cookies are lovely and fine, so you can pour them into a bowl and mix in the melted butter. If you want to save time and washing up, pour the melted butter into the food processor with the cookies and blitz together. Give the mixture a good stir until everything is combined. Okay, the cookie base is done, so let's pour it into the tin. I'm using an 8-inch 20cm springform tin. These are the best tins to use for making cheesecakes. I don't grease my tin or use parchment paper, just make sure to flip the base of the tin over so you have a nice smooth surface and the cheesecake will slide off rather than getting caught in the edge. Press the Oreo crumb down with the back of a spoon. You can also build the crumb up around the sides of the tin, but I like to see the cheesecake layers. Place in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. The next step is to make the cheesecake filling. In a medium-sized bowl, place the cream cheese. I'm using mascarpone, but you could also use full-fat cream cheese or even a mix of both. Then add the vanilla extract and the sieved icing sugar. Make sure to use sieved icing sugar as you don't want lumps in your cheesecake. Whip until the mixture gets nice and thick. This will take about 2 minutes. Once it's whipped and nice and thick, add the double cream and whip again until it's thick. There's no gelatin in this mix, so you need the mixture thick so it sets. Be careful not to overmix. This mix is now just a plain cheesecake, but you can add whatever your favourite flavour is. I'm adding Oreo crumb, but this would be delicious with your favourite chocolate bar, even Nutella. Add in the Oreo crumb. If you like your cookies chunkier, feel free to add them this way. Gently fold the Oreos into the cheesecake filling. This cheesecake looks fantastic when it's finished. I know it's black and white, but it looks so pretty when it's decorated. Now we're ready for the tin. Pour the cheesecake filling and flatten out the top of the cheesecake. If you have a palette knife, smooth the top to give a nice finish. It's so easy to make no-bake cheesecakes. If you like this recipe, then give this video a thumbs up. This is ready for the fridge, but before we do, tap on the counter to get rid of any air bubbles. Put in the fridge for at least 7 hours, but I prefer to leave it overnight. The next step is to prepare the cream for the top of the cheesecake. Place the double cream in a medium-sized bowl along with the icing sugar and vanilla extract. This is a lovely sweet cream called chantilly cream. If you prefer it unsweetened, just leave out the icing sugar and vanilla extract. Whisk together until the cream forms soft peaks. Be careful not to over-whip as you don't want butter. Cream is best whipped straight from the fridge and the cream will double in size when whipped. The final step is to decorate the cheesecake. Remove the cheesecake from the tin and place on a serving plate. Pipe rosettes of cream all the way along the top. Mixing Oreos with cream cheese filling makes it such a delicious treat. I've lots of delicious no-bake cheesecakes on my channel. Why not check out my white chocolate and raspberry cheesecake? Or if you love Bailey's, I have an amazing Bailey's chocolate cheesecake which you will definitely love. Now place an Oreo cookie in the centre of each of the rosettes. Finish off by sprinkling Oreo crumb in the centre of the cheesecake, and I like to sprinkle a little on the cream rosettes. I prefer no-bake cheesecakes to baked ones as they are creamier and easier to make. Cut the cheesecake using a sharp knife which you've dipped in hot water. Just look at that, a yummy Oreo cookie base, my favourite, and cream cheese filling packed with Oreo cookie crumb. This cheesecake is so simple to make and I hope you try it. If you need any help, just comment below and I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you next week for another Scrummy video. Happy baking everyone!